Okay, let's talk notebooks. So I use notebooks for work, but I've been using notebooks since school. I'm still a pen and paper kind of person. I do like that there is an app where you can scan them. I don't tend to use that, but I know for some of you that are a little more app happy than me, maybe you'd love it. So this is the 5-star 5-subject notebook. I love this notebook, and I love it for a couple different reasons. So I'll normally pull this out once I start using it more. I love that this is a plastic front cover. I have used ones before that have like cardboard, that harder cardboard, and then they end up just crumbling. It doesn't work very well. So I love the plastic cover. Now, I went ahead and I did a couple things here. So there's plenty of space to write and ink that doesn't bleed, including a highlighter. But what about thicker markers? So it says that this fights ink bleed, and I will tell you that for the highlighter, for the pen, for pencils, no issues. The thicker marker does bleed through a little bit more, and that was like a thick Expo marker that I used purposely. I was trying to test it so you can see that does. Now, it didn't go onto the other paper, but it did go on the back. And for someone who likes to use the front and back of papers, you know, I'd stay away from markers in that case. But if you notice, the highlighter did not go through at all, so you could still use that. So the other thing I really like about it is, if you can see, here is where the perforation is, right? And so if I pull this out to put in a folder somewhere, I still have plenty of room for my, 3-hole punch here. I like the college rule because there's still plenty of space to write, but I can get more lines on one page. I do like also these little check boxes here. I will put little codes in that for me as I'm taking notes, and it kind of draws me to attention to certain lines. So I know, notebook, you don't really think about this very often, but when you work with one you don't like, you then really enjoy the ones you do like. There are also pockets in these, which is nice to put papers in. They are 2-sided pockets as well, not just one-sided. It is a thick enough cardboard, or like a cardstock paper, but it doesn't take up too much space. And this is what's also nice about this. Everything is recyclable except for these little strips here on these, and you can just pull those off if you want to recycle them when you're done. So you know what? This is an excellent notebook. It's one I prefer. You have lots of fun with different colors. If you're looking for a notebook, give this one a try. You're not going to be disappointed.